For me, ADHD wasn't just about being distractful or forgetful. It was about me being restless, chasing dopamine and stimulation, and my brain being on 24/7. And that's where sometimes addiction can creep in. So, welcome to I'm Likely to Forget. So, I know a lot of people in this world deal with addiction, but I'm speaking to my people who are dealing with mental health issues, mainly my people with ADHD or people who are on the autism spectrum. I do not have autism, but I do have ADHD, and people who have ADHD tend to be more vulnerable to addiction. The reason why is because our brain is wired in a way where we are constantly seeking stimulation or dopamine. Our brain is constantly on, our brain is constantly thinking about the next thing. Ooh, what can we do today? What can we do right now? No, let's do this. Let's jump over a building. As exaggerated as that may seem to you, normal day for me. normal day. Normal day for me, okay? But the truth is that the reason sometimes addiction can creep in when it comes to things like alcohol or other drugs is because with our brains being on 24/7, sometimes anything that can slow it down, we we look for and we seek. And sometimes we see that as a self-medication, but then at times it can become a problem because as well as our brains being on 24/7 and us seeking things like dopamine, we it tends we tend to have a issue with limits. We tend to have an issue with when is it time to stop. And this is not just down to alcohol or other drugs. This also can be down to relationships, video games, whatever it may be, sex. We have a hard time knowing like when is the limit? When do we stop? At first it can seem like a solution, but then it becomes a problem. There have been many moments in my life, even before this video, like there have been many moments in my life where I'm just like, okay, my brain is racing, my brain is racing. And I need to think clearly. And sometimes I'll be like, I want to drink. Because in my mind, my brain is moving so fast that I'm like, okay, maybe a drink will just help me think clearly. It will help me just like see one thought at once and be able to go. If I could actually like visualize what my brain does when it's in its mode, it's just weird. It's just this thing of like, no, I'm doing this, but let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that, let's do that. But I then forget the thing that I was first doing, and not we don't come back. We don't ever come back to it. And this type of like on, it's always on, even at night, where I have to like take sleeping medication just to be able to turn my brain off sometimes, depending on what I do in the day. Sometimes I need to be able to be physical in the day and be able to go out and run and do things to be able just to come back in and be able to have a good night's rest. And the truth is, addiction has taken me to a lot of places. And we have to be real with ourselves about what we are dealing with, what we are going through, so that we can be able to help ourselves in better ways and also to be able to have the support that we need in better ways. And there were many days that I just wanted to feel normal. I wanted to function. There were many days I wanted to feel normal, wanted to function, just wanted to survive throughout the day without dealing with things like my ADHD or dealing with things like my anxiety. And I just wanted to just go out. And I also had to understand that I'm not just dealing with those things, but I also have PTSD from a lot of things that I've experienced in my life. So these things are just combining, and then you go out into the world and you're expecting the world to just be nice to you or just to be able to hold space for you, and that's not the truth. And the truth is sometimes the people that you know in your life can barely hold space for you. So why would you expect the world to? And I'm not saying that people in our lives or our family and friends are not going to hold space for us. I'm saying that people are so busy in their lives, people are going through their own shit where they can't always hold space for you, dog. Like they can't always be there. And We got to hold space for that, for that, that reality. And that's what comes down to being honest about the things that you are dealing with. It took me a long time to even be honest about the fact that I have mental issues, because it just sounds cringy. It just sounds like, what the fuck, what's wrong with you? And it's just like, what, you got anxiety, what? And you got ADHD. Girl, that's not even real. Like, I used to be so scared of that shit, because even now there's still a stigma when it comes to ADHD. People don't think that's real. People don't think you're actually dealing with something that is really going to like impact your life like that. They ain't thinking like, bitch, you just forgetful. You just need to pay attention more. You just need to slow down. Um, I'm I'm trying to. I'm trying to. And it took me a long time to even be comfortable with even saying it out loud. Like, I'm still not comfortable with it, because there's sometimes I'll say it out loud and I'll cringe after it in my Holy Spirit in me, and I'll just be like, "Fuck!" Like, ugh, gosh, it sounds like I'm like throwing myself a pity party, and that's not what it is. It's just being honest. These are things that are just happening, and you're being honest that they are happening. So I had to be honest about that. I had to also be honest about the fact that I have issues with alcohol. I had to sit down and tell myself and write in a book like, yo, if you are drinking and you can't stop yourself from drinking after, like, even if there's more alcohol left back and you can't stop yourself and you drink until you black out, you have a problem. If there's alcohol in the house and you can't stop yourself from drinking that, you have a problem. If you are drinking and you don't know how to act, you lose control of yourself on it, you have a problem, boo. Like, that's just what it is. And I know a lot of us are scared of having problems because they're hard to deal with. They're hard to, like, it feels like an uphill battle when it comes to even just having issues. Like, just having issues and just being someone with issues, it's so many things that come with it. It's embarrassing. It's hard to work on. People think that you're just being lazy and you're throwing yourself a pity party. Oh, we all got it. We all da da da. But at the end of the day, there's some of us that have it where we need a bit more help on. We need the information, and a lot of us don't have the information on how to deal with our issues. The thing is, what I want to make known in this video is that my lips mad dry. And that's hair oil. That's hair oil I just put on my lips. What I want to make known in this video is that whatever mental issue that you're dealing with, whether it be ADHD, anxiety, depression, any of these things, whatever addiction that you're dealing with, whether it be alcohol, other drugs, video games, sex, all of these things, they don't make you a failure. They don't make you this personal failure where you are just this outcast now, and you deserve to be somewhere in the corner where no one has to deal with you, and the world can still just go on and go on and just keep going. No, you deserve to speak. You deserve to be loud about what the fuck you are. You deserve to take space up. Yes, you deserve to make mistakes. You deserve to disappoint people. You deserve to fail and learn again, and fail and learn again, and fail and learn again. You deserve to sometimes fuck up and become better later. You deserve the chance to exist. And existing is not just this thing where it is put in a box where existing looks like this. Existence is boundless. And it can look so many different ways. The fact that I'm talking to you, the fact that I exist in the way that I do, and I'm saying what I'm saying, I exist. And nobody can speak nothing to that. I exist. Whether people have a problem with it or not, I exist. And when I and just with the fact that you continue to exist gives you more life to just be able to just say fuck you, and I'm this is who I am, and this is what you deal with, and if you don't want to deal with it, bye. And that's just what it is. But once you care about continuing and growing and becoming better and just being awesome, I want that for me and for you. I want it. You're not a failure. These things are just connected conditions that everyone is dealing with. And give yourself grace. Love yourself. Talk to yourself and be like, yo, dog, chill out. We we trying. Like I get it, but like, and people who have anything to say about it, that's the time where you take. That's where that's practice for you to be able to tell people to shut the fuck up. That's good practice to be able to stand on your toes and be able to speak up for yourself and advocate for yourself. Shut the fuck up, yo. I know. I'm dealing with it right now. We in the process of that. Because people will rather judge you than help. People will have all the opinions in the world about how you can do this and how you can do that, but won't come to support. So let it be. Let it be. And the truth is, there's more people who are willing to have you do stuff for them than they are willing to do for you. But the people who are willing to do things for you, keep them close. I am not perfect. I'm still figuring it out. I'm learning healthier ways to quench my dopamine, learning to create routines, lean on support, and be honest with myself. And honestly, just say it. I'm in recovery. I'm trying to figure out how to deal with my addiction to alcohol. And once you learn how to say it out loud, it becomes easier. It becomes easier for me as well. And if at least one person is watching this, then I've done my job. I've done my part, man. So yeah, ADHD and addiction just individually can be hard on itself, but the fact that a lot of us are dealing with it together, kudos to you. So, hope to see you next video. We don't know when the next video is going to be, but I'll see you there. And thank you. All the people who just come back and they see me and they listen, thank you. I am appreciative. Like, bruh, you don't even realize. Like, you just showed me, like, somebody actually gives a fuck about what I have to say. But thank you guys for coming, and I will see you next video.